Hello, Libra, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. I have an intuitive message for you today. This message will look at a couple different things, so let's just go ahead and get started. The energy where you are, we've got the seven of growth, seven of roots, which is growth. The energy working for you this week. Ooh, this is pretty nice. I'm going to be an honorary Libra this week. 10 of Pentacles, wealth. Actually, if you are returning to this channel, you know I'm kind of an honorary Libra because I've got Libra rising, and I always encourage people to look at their rising sign video because the rising sign talks to your esoteric soul's purpose. More on that. All right. Father of roots is what's holding you back or the energy pulling against you. Wow. So triple roots cards, a lot of earth energy working for you. So we're talking about tangible, concrete results. Okay. Now, the theme overall that's coming through for you, Libra, is that this is about depending on yourself and your own connection to those higher energies, that portal up into abundance, that portal up into source, depending on that more than you're depending on someone else, okay? We have the Seven of Roots, Pentacles, Seven of Roots card for you in the middle here. This talks about the fact that you're in a state of transition, of transformation, and I feel like I'm getting the number 3 with that card. So are we talking 3 months, 3 weeks? Getting both, okay? So I'm feeling like for someone it's 3 weeks, for someone it's 3 months. So you've been in this place of change, of evolution. And what is fascinating about the dichotomy here, this is the Father of Roots, so the provider that we like to lean on, the person that gives us, that we're used to receiving material things from, whether it's financial support or encouragement or just that idea that I need this other person providing for me. The fascinating thing about the Seven of Roots is that it's got cicadas on it. And cicadas are a very interesting and special insect in that they don't have a pupa stage. So most insects go from an egg to one phase, and then they might grow another thing, and then they might grow another thing. But the cicada comes out as a small adult. It's kind of like humans versus frogs. Frogs come out as a fish, and then they emerge as a land creature, right? And they go through all these different transformations. A baby human is essentially the same as a big human, although, there's that transition in the middle between puberty, but we have still limbs, 4 limbs, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 nose. The general features don't change. So the cicada is telling you you've always been an adult to some extent. You've always been able to take care of yourself. The difference between an adult and a child is that adults can fend for themselves and they can provide for themselves, and a child needs someone else to provide for themselves and to make sure that they're doing okay. And I know you're watching this video saying, well, obviously I'm an adult, and that's true. But in the psyche, sometimes our children, our inner child gets stunted into believing that it cannot provide for itself, that it needs someone else to give them something. And quite frankly, that's why a lot of us enter romantic relationships, because we feel the other person has something we need, and we need to get that from them, whether it's money or love or support, companionship, whatever it is. We feel like we can't provide that for ourselves. But you've been in this place of transformation, Libra, where you're understanding that you can provide more for yourself than what you thought. And when you stay in that idea, when you stay in that mentality, it opens up this huge abundance portal for you, where you have like way more than anything that you need. And you have the confidence that it's the universe backing you, not the limitations of this other person. The funny thing about depending on other people is that they may provide for us, but in a way they're limited by their own beliefs. So, to use a silly money example, if this father of roots figure says, well, I can only make $1 million, and you say, oh, that's great, because I could use someone to help with my money. They could help me with what I need. What if you, by your connection to the universe, are able to make $10 million? It's that kind of idea. I know that was a really stupid, silly example, but I hope it got the point across. Because the idea is that your connection to your own power and your connection to your higher self and the energy of the universe is so much more powerful than anything anyone else could ever provide for you. This transition time, this transformation time, is literally about blowing your own mind, Libra, and shifting it into that confidence. Not just an idea that you're considering, but shifting it into that confidence that you can actually provide more for yourself than anyone else can. That is a powerful, powerful message, Libra. So, yeah, I want to be an honorary Libra this week. There's just a greater depth, there's a greater connection. You see, we get to the color blue here, but we get all the way up to the crown chakra, purple, at the top here, through the blue. It lightens up. Okay, meaning, sorry, I didn't quite finish that thought, meaning that this card taps into a much higher energy even than this card. All right, let's continue your message a little bit. Chariot and withdraw. Now those cards are fighting each other. Okay, so Libra, I want to re-emphasize, reiterate, and deepen what I said to you before. This is beyond playing with the idea of, yeah, well, I could probably be more okay on my own and never taking action, right? This is about really taking this belief in so far that it becomes a part of you, that it becomes part of your identity. The idea that, it's not idea, it's the knowledge that you can provide much more for yourself than anyone else can. Psychologically speaking, one's connections to their abundance relies on how clear their vibration is, how clear their abundance is. So you may be seeing someone who's receiving quite a bit of material abundance, but they are limited by their own wounds, by their own beliefs, by their own hang-ups, right? They also are getting done what they need to get done in this lifetime for their own soul. You have a completely different mission. The reason I'm going on about this is because the Chariot card tells me that you're holding things together temporarily. So you're using your willpower to power through, but this is not sustainable because this Four of Arrows card, the Four of Swords card, it's pushing against the Chariot energy, which says we're going to go forward. But this Four of Swords says, wait a second, we need to figure this out and get this all together. So you may be pushing forward looking like you're being active, making your reality and your dreams come true for this Ten of Pentacles. But the Four of Swords knows better and says, hang on a minute, we don't have all the pieces together yet. This is about getting this belief so deep into you that it becomes just a second nature as your eye color. All right. So if someone were to say, what is your belief about this? You would be able to just rattle it off just as easily as you say what color your eyes are. So really, this is an amazing message. This is a powerful time. Libra, this is especially important for you because Mercury will go retrograde in Libra. So this is affecting everyone's relationships. But in order to navigate that time, which I'm imagining is going to be especially tricky for you because of that Libra, placement for Mercury, it's so important that you're standing on your own feet, standing in your own power, believing in your own power, because that will give you much better clarity, leverage, and autonomy with the relationship questions that are going to start to come up in the next 2-3 weeks. If they haven't already, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff open up early right now. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for sharing your time and your journey with me. If you are curious about getting deeper into your journey, or you'd like just a reading to see where you are, please check out soulguidancewithadriana.com or the description below. We'll have more information for you. Thanks, Libra. I'll see you next time.